Dude, we are here again at the beautiful Vatican in front of St. Peter's Basilica, the famous church from the Bible. You know, go Peter, build your church upon a hill. We're there. We were here a bunch of days ago. We went to the Vatican Museum, the Sistine Chapel. Now today we're going into the actual St. Peter's Basilica, the church. Highlights include, well, the highlight is one of the best works of art you've ever seen in your entire life. The famous Pieta by Michelangelo, the sculpture that he did of Mary holding Jesus' body down from the cross. One of the most, like I said, beautiful works of art ever. We're gonna go and we're gonna check it out. We're gonna see what else is there. And now that I'm back here, I'm like, oh, I wanna go to the Sistine Chapel again. It was so cool. It was so awesome. It's so awesome to stand in that place. But we're on a budget. Don't know if I can afford to pay a double entrance fee on something, but we will see. We will see. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. This is just absolutely incredible. Whenever there's a new pope that's elected, tens of thousands of people, this is the square where they gather. Or when the pope gives some kind of speech of any kind, this is where they gather. This is a separate country than Italy. As soon as you cross that border over there, you are no longer in Italy, you are in the Vatican. It is the smallest country in the world, but it is its own country. I mean, look at this. Am I really standing here right now? Is this really happening? This whole thing isn't just some weird hallucination, like I'm on some kind of a drug trip that's never ended. And see, then New York City, they just come here to take a picture of this, and they build that stupid post office. That looks exactly like this. Hi, so first we're gonna visit the actual church, the Basilica, with the tomb of John Paul II and a bunch of just amazing, amazing works of art. Can you believe this? I mean, look at this. This is so surreal. In case you don't realize, the height of this church is astounding. It feels like it just goes on and on forever. Where in the Sistine Chapel, it's a lot smaller than you think it is. Best part of places like this. In the background, you always are hearing a little bit of like a low frequency echo of just everyone talking, but from far away. I love that. This mischievous part of me is like, Ben, just go into that confession chamber over there with your iPhone and do a video of you in confession. It's one of those things where if I had a second chance, if I had a device where I could go back in time, like 10 minutes before, sure, I would do that. But then again, if I had that device, I would do a lot of things. It sounded dirty, but it wasn't. Or maybe it was. Dirty mind, even in a place like this. Way to go, Ben. I mean, you literally could spend a week in a place like this. List of all the popes. Every single pope. But they stopped at John Paul II. Maybe they don't put it up until after they pass away. That would make sense. And this, of course, is the famous wing of selling cheap BS to naive tourists. This goes back a long, long, long way as well. I'll tell you, snake oil salesmen have been around for a long, long time. I like this guy. He looks like a pretty jovial dude. Plus he has a cool hat. And this is it right here. I took a breath because this sculpture is just so beautiful. It's one of the best works of art in the world. Michelangelo's Pieta. I think he did this when he was super young too, like 21 or younger. I mean, can you imagine at that age making something like this? I mean, it's insane. Now this sculpture is known for a couple things. One, the proportions are all off. I mean, just from a logical perspective, how could her dress be that big? How could her, I guess, legs be that big? The proportions are clearly not, but it's of necessity, because how could a woman hold, a body of a 33-year-old man? Can't really, so you have to make some kinds of adjustments that aren't 100% rooted in reality, but it doesn't even matter because it's like the dress goes with it. This image is just, it's haunting. It's also known for how young Mary is depicted. Again, literally, logically, she would be a lot older. She looks like a relatively young woman, but it still works. Big reason why this works so well as a sculpture is the sadness that you really get a very strong sense of coming from Mary. It's the face that only someone who loves somebody so deeply makes. When Michelangelo was actually asked to paint the Sistine Chapel, he actually didn't want to do it because he felt that sculpture was the art of all arts and viewed painting as a lesser form of art. I think in like the 70s, some crazy person came at it with a hammer, and I believe it was hammered either Mary's leg or Jesus's leg or something, and they restored it. But just one of those things those freak kind of things that happen sometimes with works of art that are this famous. This is the tomb of John Paul II, the Pope. What a gorgeous painting. It's pretty magical being here in Rome on like the first weekend where they've dropped some of the precautions, the travel block, and there's no mandatory quarantine, and you can come here from other places in Europe. Everyone's just out having fun, and it's great. It's a great positive energy. Look at this. Golden Retriever. Yes? Can I, Hey. Hey, buddy. Hey. Can I throw? Yes? Hey, buddy. Ah! Here. Yes. What's his name?
Benny.
Benny? My name's Ben.
Yeah?
His name is Benny? Yeah. I'm Ben. This was like meant to happen, me meeting this dog. Hey! You have my name. It's a good name. I like it. Here. Benny. Yes, have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye. Excuse me. Do you speak English?
So.
Do you know, is the reason why it's so busy is because it's like there's less COVID restrictions? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. It's busy, very busy today. Like lots of people.
Okay.
Is that because COVID, less rules? Yeah.
No.
No one here speaks English, by the way. It's a lie. Oh yeah, they all speak English in Italy or whatever. No, just the people who deal with the stupid tourists like me. They speak English. The shop owners, the store owners, they speak, and really only enough to do a transaction. I talked to 60 people. Now maybe it's because I'm wearing this thing. It looks like I'm fucking from a different planet. So people are just lying and saying they don't speak English. I mean, that's probably what I would do if I saw someone like me walking around with this.